What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Closet Studio. Episode 9 we're on. And hopefully it's straight. The last couple were a little crooked and I felt like I was a little low. So hopefully I'm in a good spot this time. Like I said, I do this on my cell phone and it's kind of hard to do it all. But anyways, couple things to talk about. I just got back from doing the open mic again. I think it's been about a week since I did another one of these. Last time I did one was a week ago, and I came home from an open mic. And this time, same story with the open mic. It was pretty good. I felt a little bit better how I represented myself. I still got nervous, so messed up a little bit. But, that's my challenge. That's my goal with the open mic. So I'm just going to keep doing that and try to progress as a musician in that way. Keep that going. But what I really want to talk about was a show that we played. Me and A-Rock played on Saturday. It was pretty awesome. I'm really stoked about how it played out. Interesting, so the coolest part about it, well, one of the coolest parts was we had our friend Jacob Herzberg. I've never said his last name out loud, so I hope I pronounced it right. But anyway, he goes by DJ Elixir. And he brought his light show with us, and hopefully it's going to be a continuing occurrence. And basically that he'll be part of the band, bringing his light show, and running lights and creating more of a visual effect while we're playing, which is pretty awesome. I mean, when you go to big concerts and they have lights, when the lights move, even just a little bit during the set, even if they don't make any sense to the song, if lights are moving around, it just gives a visual experience that just enhances the performance, I think, so much. I love it when you go to a club and the sound guy, whoever, just has the inspiration to just move the lights around and make them move and shift while during the set, because it adds so much than just one look the whole entire set. So with DJ Elixir in the house, it will be bringing a bigger party every time. So I'm really excited to see the progression of how that's going to play out. And it went really well. I felt like it went really well. We recorded we recorded the show, and I watched it through it, and it looked really cool having the lights do its thing. So that was really awesome. It was kind of funny. It was like there was nobody really there. There was pretty small turnout, which whatever, it happens. But the cool part, one of the cool parts about it was there's maybe like 20 people in the house, and so for the last 2 shows, so we've been playing as a band for like 4+ years now, 5 almost. Maybe we're starting on our 5th year, I believe. This is our 5th year. And for that entire time, since the last show we played, the entire time, nobody ever signed our mailing list. Not one person. And for the last 2 shows, we've gotten 3 people to sign the mailing list at each show. So that's pretty cool. And I don't know, talking about percentages, like there was hardly anybody at the show and 3 people signed the mailing list. I'm like, pretty awesome. And then that turned into actually more people liking us on Facebook, which, for whatever reason, I put a lot of stock into Facebook. When our band page on Facebook gets a new like, and people are seeking that out and creating that, so trying to create more there is pretty fun for me. I like it. I'm trying to push people through to that funnel and having them like our band on Facebook, because I think I don't know, it's a good outlet. That's where I do a lot of the outlet for our promotion of our band is through Facebook. The most current stuff goes through Facebook. I mean, we have a website, but the website just kind of is more static. And then, I put the show dates, but it's kind of these videos or little things we post on a regular basis happen through Facebook rather than on our blog. So if you're watching this and you want to know more about our band, then go to our Facebook page. I'll put a link in the description of this video. One of the other cool things, let's see that, we played really good. It was an interesting thing. They kept pushing us back. We were supposed to start at 9, and then they said, I'll play at 9:30. I'll play at 9:45. And so it was the beginning of getting there, that nervous energy was pretty present at first. But as they kept pushing it back, it was by the time the show started, I was all relaxed, and it was all good, and it was fun. And I was one of the cool parts about it for me personally was my favorite band. I can easily say my favorite all-time Seattle band is Mock Tube. I'm not sure the best outlet to learn about them, but I'll try to find a link and throw it in the description. But they, like, about, I don't know, 7 years ago now, maybe, somewhere in that era of Seattle music was when they had their heyday. And if you might know about Reggie Watts, who's on Comedy Bang Bang, and he's been on a lot of the late night shows. He does like beatboxing and looping, and does this kind of amazing thing with just his voice and a looping pedal. And then he also does like comedy. He's really big on comedy. So, well, he was the lead singer of that band, but the drummer for the other band that played on Saturday night was Davis Martin, the drummer from Mock Tube. And I was just like, when I saw him walk in, I was like, oh my God, I got my nervous energy kind of bumped up a little bit. Like, that he's like, I don't know, he's awesome. I love his style of his drumming, the way he plays. He's very, very laid back in the pocket style drumming, but what he does between his bass drum and snare drum, it's really cool, the patterns he creates between those two voices on the drums. And it's actually one of the inspirations for how I asked A-Rock to play his drums, because when A-Rock does his thing, we just do bass drum, snare drum, hi-hat, basically is it. And it's really about the relationship of the bass drum and snare drum, and creating transitions and creating the song in a way that, you do a little pattern shift or things like that. Instead of like a lot of rock drummers will do a fill into a new section, where we'll do pattern shifts instead and just change things up. It's not so much about fills, and it's not so much about flashy. It's just about laying in the groove and then changing and shifting the pattern and doing like things like that. It's very DJ oriented too. Like, that's one of the other inspirations, is like just pretending it's almost like a crossfade between two different beats. It's like you don't really have a fill, you just throw the fader over and then you do the thing. So that's those are some of the inspirations that I was asked A-Rock to, do if he would be down, and he's down, so it's pretty cool. The other thing, as you see behind me, I got a new monitor. I'll turn it on, probably one of these, and let you see it more, but off of Craigslist. I grabbed that off Craigslist, so pretty stoked. I think it completes my little studio a lot better than when just working on the laptop screen. So I just usually have my laptop up there and just kind of just work off this monitor. It's way easier for working in Ableton. There's a lot more space to see the waveforms and stuff, so I'm really stoked on that. And the other thing I'm pretty stoked on, it's like there's an evolution happening. I'm pretty happy about it. The other thing I'm stoked on, we got our video for 7 has gotten up to 200 views. I have this goal. It's just an arbitrary goal, but it's one of my goals. Is like, I want to get 500 views on that video. When we hit 500 views, I don't know. It probably means nothing, but to me, it means like I just want to keep working. It's another one of my goals. I've noticed that like a lot of what I'm doing with these videos and just music in general in my life is I work toward goals. If I feel I'm a very goal-oriented person, so it's just another one. Like, what other avenues can I find to push my video out that people will watch it? And I haven't found too many more yet. I just every once in a while I'll post it on Facebook, or I'll post it through Twitter, or the social networks kind of. But it's like only my social networks. I don't know of any avenues of like places to present something and say, hey, check it out, to another group that may be like interested in something different, So if you know of a good place to post a music video to hungry people that want to see that kind of thing, then let me know. Comment in the comment section, and I'll research it. But I think that's about it. That's all I wanted to say. I just was looking forward to telling you about our adventures at the show. And the other thing at the show, yeah, one of the things that came out of the show, like the sound guy, really awesome sound guy. He told us he plays and works with a band called Dion Vox, and I'll link to I'll throw up their Facebook page or something. I don't know much about that band. I listened to them some today. They're like an electronic-y kind of a moody electronic-y sound. It's pretty cool. But he was like really awesome sound guy, and we talked for a while after our set, and he gave me some pointers about how I'm playing and what was created, and one of the biggest points that he pointed out was when I play guitar, I tend to play close to the bridge, I guess it's called, or the bottom part of the guitar. And he said I should try to play over the sound hole more to fill out the frequency range some, because when I'm playing where I play, it thins it out a little bit, and since we're only, drums and guitar, filling out the sound's kind of important. So I think I'm gonna try to do that more, work on it. But it's definitely like a technique thing I've got to adjust, because I just, after muscle memory, you've been playing one way for so long, you just kind of fall into it and forget that what you're doing. So I'm gonna work on that, trying to get my strumming over the sound hole more to give more of a full sound. I've already worked on it a little bit, so that was one of the big things that he suggested. So that was really cool. But he seemed to dig our sounds, and that was really cool. It's always like there's little barometers, there's little checkpoints I like to if I find out about when we play a show or do little things, like I mentioned, like having very few people at the show and yet still getting 3 people to sign up on the mailing list. That's like, okay, that's a good sign, for me, and it just makes me feel good, And then the other thing is, if the sound guys come up to you and say something positive and it seems genuine, then you're like, all right, because the sound guys, they hear a lot of music, and so often that they just kind of tune out because it's like maybe the band's just not that good, or whatever reason, they just don't feel like investing a lot of energy into it. They just turn the levels up and then walk away and go have their cigarettes. But if the sound guy comes up to you after the set and says something encouraging and positive, I always make a little mental note, like, okay, that was good, that means something to me, because they hear so much music that it just, if it's not good, they're not gonna come up and say it was, it's like, they just, anyways, so that was good. I'm pretty excited. I don't know, maybe you can tell, but I'm pretty excited about what all happened. It's great to have our first show, 2014, under our belts, and then now it's on to the next one. We're going to be playing March 8th in Ballard for it's a brewery, Poplux Brewery, I believe it's pronounced, but I'll tell you more about that. We'll be playing a kind of a block party-ish type show, free, but I'll be posting more about that. So, but anyways, thanks for watching, and this is episode 9 of Alex. Alex is my real name, but theZim's video journal, episode 9. Thanks. Bye.